and it's meant a lot to me and our entire Asian community. We've also seen President Biden and Vice President Harris and so many other leaders and elected officials on all levels of government across the nation show tremendous solidarity with our community and join us in our efforts to combat this discrimination. We're asking everyone throughout the country to stand up for Asian Americans during this difficult and challenging time for our community. On Friday, March 26th, there will be a Stop Asian Hate Day of Action and Healing. And we are here to raise greater awareness of this upcoming day. We encourage the public to take a few minutes on this day to post statements condemning the unacceptable rise in xenophobia and violence against Asian Americans. We also encourage corporations, businesses, organizations, and all other entities to post statements as well. Whether you are working in the corporate world, in an academic setting, wherever you work, you can ask your colleagues, your employers, your friends and family to post a statement in support of the community and racism in general. Friday was selected for this day because March 26th in 1790 was the date of the first immigration law that essentially said white immigrants could become naturalized citizens, but not Blacks, Asians, Native Americans, or anyone else. So this date is a significant time for this day of action and healing to take place. Everyone must do their part to put an end to these acts of hate, call it out, prevent it, report it. We need every person to step up and stand against it. And this Friday's Stop Asian Hate Day of Action and Healing is a way for all Americans to take a stand. And please make sure to use this hashtag when you are posting something on social media. We are also asking the public to hold a moment of silence on Friday as well for those who were killed in the shootings in Atlanta.
Last week's horrific shooting in Georgia that targeted 3 Asian-owned businesses and left 8 people dead, with 6 of them being Asian immigrant women. And so we must be unequivocal in calling last week's shooting what it was, a hate crime. That law may have its own standards that needs to be met, but we do not need to wait for the shooter to tell us that he was targeting a specific race and gender. His actions screamed it. Asian Americans deserve to know they are safe and that our voices matter. And Asian American women deserve to know that they are not simply a temptation to eliminate when a shooter is having a bad day.
Please stop using ethnic identifiers in describing this virus. Please stop using racist and mocking phrases like Kung Flu, because the Asian American community is getting assaulted, spat upon, attacked. It's harming Americans.
So anti-Asian sentiment has been part of the really terrible racist history involving anti-Asian sentiment. It was embedded in the law.
I know sometimes we often try to hide our emotions or keep that out of sight. But I think right now it's important that we share what we're going through.
Prioritize access and inclusivity in the language, combat misinformation and discrimination that puts Asian Americans at risk, and call on law enforcement to hold perpetrators of hate crimes accountable.
Regardless of what your background is, and we stand together with the Asian American community and say,
and with the community, it's important that we advocate for mandatory and funding for ethnic studies so that we learn about the Asian American experience